Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die with a roll of the dice. I'm your direct messenger, Ollie Bateman. Happy New Year to everybody listening, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Gunderson's piloting skills I would rate, because they've delivered Aark to a galactic gate.
Ooh, very, very nice. Yes, the helicopter has landed at the top of the mountain. You successfully cast Locate Object and found a galactic gate, something that you'd been reading about for the past 16 hours with that book. Yes, so hopefully you're on your way, or Aark is on his way to finding a way home to Een. I am, of course, also joined by We Are Reach's Amy Mallett.
I've got a nice big rap today. You ready? Actually, it's not really a rap. It's more like it's quite a delicate poem.
Let's go.
A poem.
A poem.
A poem, you say? A poem. Zach lovingly modified Aark's shield with care, all the while totally unaware that Aark saw something he'd rather not say. He just smiled, waved, and moonwalked away. At least Zach knows that if times do get hard, she's going to retire on Gunderson's credit card.
Hey, cash money.
Yeah, when I was listening to the last episode back, I couldn't believe the whole thing with the ink scar. That was just insane. What's going to happen with that?
It was insane, but you know what was also insane? Charming someone and getting 3,000 gold from them just with a charm spell. That was ridiculous.
Just living my truth, Ollie. Yeah. Living my truth.
Living your truth. And Zakaiya's truth, apparently, is that she wants to be a rich-ass hoe. I'm, of course, also joined by WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilbourn.
New year, new me? Nah, same old thunder bastard. I like having fun and making puns. That is my standard. Here's to Nat 2022 and my first roll of the die. What can we expect? To cheer or to cry? Let's find out. 15. Okay, we'll take that.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a roll for the year, is it? That's you get a 15 on the year. There's no modifiers to your year. That's fine. Okay, before we get into it, everybody roll a d20. Let's see how our years are going to go.
I'm not holding out much hope for Jamie's.
Oh my God.
I got a 6.
I got a 9, so mine's slightly better than yours, but still not good.
Thank you.
I got a 5, so mine's slightly worse than Ollie's. Brilliant. Cheers. Great.
Oh, ads, you're going to have a cracking year, and we are all going to be coming to you to borrow money or have a roof to sleep under or something. Is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yeah.
On a 15 I am. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this shit.
Absolutely you are.
Previously on Dice with Death, the breaking news bulletin continued on the TV as Titus faced the fact that his father, Macon Fearless Shot Caligarvi, had passed away. Titus, struggling with his emotions, left the bar to take his anger out in a secluded place, while Aark and Zakaiya figured out the party's next move. Aark then noticed in and amongst the news broadcast a black inky scar on the forearm of Titus's uncle, Nakin Storm Warrior Caligarvi, that looked exactly like the one Aark had seen on his own arm the day before. Zakaiya stayed in the bar to keep an eye out for Gunderson before asking Trevor the barman for some tools, which she used to lovingly fix her gnomish house sign on the inside of Aark's shield, which he'd gifted her the day before. Aark, having already left the bar, went to fly above the hotel complex to look for Titus, who with a nat 20 religion check managed to contact corporeal versions of his family. Titus asked them what he should do next, come home to his father's funeral or continue on his quest with his newfound family. The faces of Titus's mother and father formed into a portal, showing him the path of continuing his quest and triumphing over the mind shadows, while his uncle's face transformed into a vision of Titus coming home to the planet of Olay to restart his career in the GWF. With fists banging on chests and the sounds of crowds cheering as the rings of iron clattered against steel in his mind, Titus cried out that he knew what he had to do in finishing what he started with Aark and Zakaiya. It was then that mind shadows erupted from the face of Titus's uncle and enveloped him just as he woke up, face down in the snow. Aark found Titus and told him about the inky scar on his uncle's arm, but couldn't decipher what tricks the mind shadows were playing on the party. Both confused at what to do next, Aark healed up Titus's bloodied fists while creating a branded M in Titus's palm to remind him of his father. Joining Zakaiya back at the bar, the gang set about looking for Gunderson Hemingworth Smythe in the hopes that their old helicopter ride was still valid. Zakaiya then transformed into a bloodhound and set about getting a scent on Gunderson, who, as it turned out, was doing pre-flight checks on the helicopter, ready to take the gang on a tour of Mount Ujiea. Before they could ascend into the sky, Eric and Schmorgenhausen leapt at the party in a tearful goodbye, while adorning the gang with high-fashion ski onesies, preventing the gang from harmful cold damage. As they toured the top of the mountain and its perpetual storm, Aark cast Locate Object and found a galactic gate hidden deep within the rocks. Could this be his way home to the planet of Een? It was then that Gunderson took the form of a mind shadow, hell-bent on killing the gang before they reached the mountain. Titus nearly fell out of the helicopter, which was spinning out of control. Zakaiya pushed her arms through the dark necrotic smoke of the mind shadow to slow the spinning bird, and Aark broke through the necrotic outer shell of Gunderson with a persuasion check to convince him to land through the perpetual storm at the top of the mountain. Gunderson returned to his human-like form with no recollection of what had happened. Zakaiya then successfully cast Charm Person on Gunderson and made him hand over 3,000 gold in credit, as well as made him wait with the chopper for an escape plan, where you all headed to the mouth of the cave. As you stood at the mouth of this cave, you all heard the dripping of liquid and the undeniable sound of a very familiar song. And that's where we are now. The familiar tune that echoes out in your mind fades, only leaving the sound of dripping, reverberating deep in the cave. As you stare into the darkness, the winds of the perpetual storm pick up and push on your bodies as if they're inviting you into the unknown. What do you do?
Can I just clarify really quick? Has Aark ever heard this song before?
Has Aark ever heard this?
I think I was very dead last time this this song was played.
I think that's probably true, isn't it? I think I might be the only one who actually has the memory of that. Oh no, because Madame Morgana.
It's a signal, wasn't it?
It was the signal.
Madame Morgana used the song as a signal.
Yeah.
So Aark, you have heard the song before, but only once before. So you recognise it from Madame Morgana.
So right, I'm gonna go. That's a secret signal from Madame Morgana.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, it is. It's Madame Morgana's song, totally. I'm not going to tell him at that point anything more.
Well, time's up. Let's do this. Leeroy Jenkins!
Straight in there, bless his heart.
Straight into a raid, sword aloft.
He was
Fuck
last seen shouting,
go in.
15 for the year!
No.
Aark, would you like to roll some kind of insight check at this point?
I would love to roll an insight check. I'm going to roll it, but oh wow, natural 1.
Okay. Even from the look on Zakaiya's face and her reaction to you asking about that song, you know that something is up, but at this moment in time, you don't feel like you could push the question any further.
Am I distracted by Titus, who's now running into this cave structure?
Sure.
There we go.
Sure.
Titus!
Titus?
Titus!
Titus! Jesus Christ! Off he bounds. Okay, are we going in, guys? Is this it?
Titus has already gone, hasn't he? Titus has literally already gone.
Yeah,
we're just we're waiting here now. He could be dead in there. Should we follow him?
Yeah, I haven't heard him yelp in pain, so I'm presuming the way is clear. So off we go.
Quick question: Can you see stuff in the dark?
I do. I have dark vision.
Cool. I'm completely blind in the dark. So I'm just gonna put out my hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold mine. Yep.
Yep. I'll hold the end of Aark's wing, and I'll sort of start walking through the cave, following the shouts from Titus. Because with dark vision, I can see. Is it 60? I'm just double checking actually.
60 foot.
60 foot.
Yes,
Yeah.
60 foot.
60 foot in front of me.
Yeah. So in complete darkness, you see a dimly lit room instead of complete darkness, whereas everybody else just sees darkness. Titus, you bolt into this cave, sword aloft, screaming, "Ah!" And the sound dissipates. Aark and Zakaiya, you take each other's hands and you gingerly step into this cave. Titus, as you're the first to enter this cave, you are greeted with probably about a 20 by 20 foot cave. It's not massive, but, two of you could easily stack on top of each other. Aark, you could fly around this cave entrance or room pretty easily if you wanted to. But Titus, roll me a investigation check as you walk into this cave in pitch black with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Before I do that, can you play the role of the cave, Ollie, just quickly in this? Okay, ready?
Sure. Here we go.
You know cabins and caves. Hello!
Hello!
Thunder!
Thunder!
Bastard!
Bastard! Bastard! Bastard!
Right, investigation check with disadvantage. That's what we're doing here, aren't we?
Yes, please.
Oh, glad they won the rolls for the year. 4 was my worst roll.
Titus, you've run into the cave. I imagine you've stopped now that you hear all your reverberating voice come back at you. But you do not see anything. This is currently a pitch black cave. But you do hear the sound of a dripping liquid, towards the back of the cave where you ran in.
Now, in my inventory, I have a torch. I take is that a thing that needs to be lit, or is that a clicky shine a light torch thing?
In my inventory, I have something called a tinderbox.
I've got a tinderbox as well. I just didn't want to set fire to a plastic torch. That's all.
Yeah, actually, that'd be funny, wouldn't it, if you just lit the end of an Energizer branded flashlight? Doesn't understand how that works at all.
Aark and Zakaiya walk in hand, and only Zakaiya sees Titus with a mag light torch, with a lighter at the end of it. Who smells really weird. Why am I feeling woozy as I burn this thing? But yeah, Titus, you've got a tinderbox and you've got a torch.
Let's try and light the torch then.
You light the torch.
Do we see him ahead now, me and Aark? Can we see him in the distance? Is he far enough ahead?
You see the torch light up and illuminate Titus's face, shoulders, kind of like chest up. You see Titus stood in the middle of this cave.
Oh, thank God he's alive.
I can really envisage myself as well doing this because I watched both The Mummy and The Mummy Returns over Christmas, and there's a lot of torches.
You treated yourself.
Yeah. Double whammy, 1-2 punch.
Amenephus. Sorry, that was a really deep mummy reference there. I apologise.
Yeah, I didn't quite hear it. It was one of those magic.
If you've watched it, Amenephus is a great reference, and you're welcome.
I'm just picturing Titus as Brendan Fraser now, so I'm really happy with where my life is.
Okay, great. Okay. So, yeah, Titus, you've lit this torch up. Aark and Zakaiya, you can see where Titus is. He's probably maybe 60 foot into the cave.
I'm just going to turn to Aark and go, oh, thank Christ. I really thought he'd fallen down a hole or something. I was thinking this would be the last time we'd ever see him.
Aark's just squinting, like he's just got this light in his eyes. He's like, oh, what? What's happening?
It's all right. Stay close to me. We'll keep going through. Titus, do you see anything up there?
Oh my God, there's a giant dog. And I do that thing with you. You know when you do the thing with your fingers? It goes, row, 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 row. I'm like, it's a visual form, I realise this. But, you do your little
shadow puppets.
Yeah, shadow puppets on the thing. Other than that, no, I think we're all good. I don't know, we're all good, I suppose. I can't see a fucking thing.
I'll just say he's doing a funny thing, Aark. Just, I know you can't see, but it is quite funny. Just wanted you to know that he's pretending to be a dog with his hand. It is quite funny.
Titus, roll me a performance check for your shadow puppet.
Okay. Oh, this better be a good fucking roll. No disadvantage on this one, is it? Just
no disadvantage. You can see your shadow puppet.
Where's my modifier? 19.
Oh my God. It's a full-on Punch and Judy show.
19.
Wait a second. It's the dog's transforming into a butterfly. Oh, there it goes.
Zakaiya, with a 19, you think that this could genuinely be a... No. Aark, with your squinted vision, you genuinely think, no. Yeah, this was great. Well done, Titus. I don't know why I made you roll on that, but it looks great. You do a very good shadow puppet of a Doberman and a butterfly. Congratulations.
The goblins who are trying to kill us having a great time right now. Just there watching in the shadow.
They fled.
Yeah.
They fled. They're so scared.
They're so scared. They think it's bloody Mothra. They're like, look at the size of that thing.
No intimidation check needed. All the goblins or shark ninjas or whatever the fuck I've put in this cave is gone. Now, so Titus, you do some shadow puppets on the wall, and Aark and Zakaiya, you catch up to Titus where he is doing the shadow puppet display.
What is your worst fear that could be in here, guys? What do you not want to bump into? Fun conversation, I'm sure, but I'm just trying to make myself feel better. What do you think definitely won't be in here?
Sorry, this is just out of character. You're saying this to Ollie? Like, the next episode?
Actually, that's a really good point, isn't it? Yes. No, let's cap that.
I mean, I think we already know from the Halloween special that Jamie ran that we already know that Amy is terrified of spiders. So,
yep.
Hey, let's see what happens in this cave.
Brilliant. Great. Fantastic. I'd like to think, living in a forest, I'd like to think Zach isn't, but I was using it as a bit of an idea to see what the others could be scared of. But Jamie is so right. Let's not give him any more ammunition than he needs.
I really hope Lake Linzager's not in this game.
Yeah, just Lake Linzager.
I'm kidding. He's all right. You're all right.
Titus is famously scared of squares.
He's scared of what he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
No, but Zakaiya genuinely asks Aark and Titus what they're afraid of at this moment.
Aark is probably most scared of drowning, actually.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So I don't know why I said it in third person. But we're on top of a mountain, and I'm sure there's not any that dripping water. It's probably nothing. It's not a big pool or anything. It'll be fine. We'll be okay.
You can fly as well, dude. You can fly. I mean, you can probably get out of any situation like that quite easily, whereas most people will just sort of bob there,
Well, so you have the famous gutter bird of a penguin, but unfortunately, my wings don't work that way. So if
once they get wet, it's game over, is it?
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. I was thinking this might be some good small talk. Titus, what about you? What are you most scared of?
I was going to say, I think I'm most scared of failure, but I don't think that's really going to be embodied in this. and just to develop the character a little bit more, I watched Indiana Jones over Christmas, so I'm going to say snakes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just building off Christmas films that I've watched, basically.
Yeah, that Titus has watched.
So my TV broke on
what a
New
Christmas
Year's.
you've had!
I know, awful. So my mum was there and the TV broke, and I was like, oh, great. So we've bought a new 65-inch TV. It's amazing. Oh. And the other night we were watching Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. And my TV's so big now, I took a photo. I made Chad take a photo of me and Delphine as if we were at the Nazi rally, getting our signature signed by Hitler. Yeah.
You need to send that picture. We'll put it on Twitter.
Also tried to do some photos of Harrison Ford kind of punching Delphine off a blimp. No ticket, but that just didn't work out quite as well. But yeah.
Oh my god, that's genius. That is so funny.
The memories you make with your daughter, at a Nazi rally from the 1970s.
You like books? Look at all that burning going on, Delphine. That's what I'm hoping to show her boyfriend when she's 18.
My favourite picture of Delphine is when you're playing Call of Duty and she was strapped to you and she was fast asleep, dreaming of gunshots and waking up thinking she was in a war zone.
Yeah, I couldn't use my favourite sniper rifle. I couldn't use my Kraber with her because it was too loud for her. She used to hate it.
Oh, bless her.
Oh,
Things you do for your kids, eh? Sacrifices you make.
Sacrificing headshots.
pretty noisy wars.
Yeah.
The problem.
Yeah. Let's have a nice quiet war this time, shall we?
You don't get a quiet war, do you, Adam? You don't get a quiet war. Now that you've all joined Titus in the middle of this cave, and Titus has this torch lit, you can all see. I mean, Zakaiya, you can see if this is like a lit room now, and everybody else is looking as if it's dim light. Sorry. Everybody apart from Titus can go and roll an investigation check. Zakaiya, you can do this with advantage.
Okay.
Aark, what did you get?
6. I'm rolling hot in the new year.
Zakaiya.
22.
Oh, okay. Zakaiya, as this torchlight emits around the room and lights up the walls, you find yourself looking towards the ceiling of this cave, and you start to see indentations on it, like it's been scribed or scratched into. And you see cave drawings, rudimentary and ancient in style, that line the ceiling, accompanied by hieroglyphic runes that seem incomprehensible at first glance. The images are clear enough to you that you can make out exactly what they are and what they're about. The images depict a world thrown into authoritarian control, where resources are restricted by the wealthy and governments are but fronts for like shady dealings and chaotic pushes for power. You recognize, with a 22, world events foretold before they were even born. You see humanoids being turned away from galactic gates. You see the origin of the creation of synthetic magic. And you see the persecution of mixed race humanoids and the celebration of pure races. A fact that when you see this, hits you deeper in your heart most than anybody else in the party. You also see the drawing of natural blue arcane, like in its form, in its stone form, erupting with power, while tall, mechanized, bipedal lizards tower over cities and their people. You see a drawing of a perfect triangle with a bear, an iron, and a storm depicted at its points, with the same blue arcane stone in the middle of the triangle. You also see along with it a pentagon, a 5-sided shape with various animals depicted at its points, including a dragon, a cardinal bird, a fox, a wolf, and a songbird.
Bloody hell. I wish I'd started taking that down. Should have taken notes. Oh my God. Guys, are you seeing this? Can I sort of grab the torch and show the others?
Absolutely.
Okay. Look at this. This is like, it kind of goes into, you can see the drawings depict when the pure races were defined, and so the persecution of impure races, and how they originally began siphoning magic. Like, here's the blue arcane, and then look, this thing. This is Planewalker.
Oh, shit.
Zakaiya, as you lift your torch up to light the ceiling, Aark and Titus, you see this all revealed, and it's like you're looking at the Sistine Chapel. It's like you're looking at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, but it's, rudimentary in its carvings, but everything is all laid out perfectly for you to see.
So can I, as everyone's got their torches out, I'm going to pop open one of my torches as well, light it from another one. Can I go right to the start? Like, what's the first kind of like engraving?
Yeah, is it sort of a chronological thing, like left to right? Is that kind of how it looks?
I see what you mean. Okay. It's more like a circle. So there's stuff happening in the center, and there's various events that are happening all around in the circle. But at the center of the circle is this triangle with a bear, an iron, and a storm. And then right next to it is this pentagon with the other various animals at its points.
Have you guys seen anything like this before? I realise that the triangle is something we all know of, right? The bear,
Yeah.
the storm, the iron. The storm cloud, the bear, the iron, they're the symbols that we've been told. Even Erican said that.
Yeah.
We know that's kind of what we've been led here for, but what about the pentagon? What about the 5 animals?
Can you run through the animals again, please, Ollie?
You have a dragon, a cardinal, as in a red cardinal bird, a fox, a wolf, and a songbird.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Aark, if you would like to make me a insight check right now.
I'm rolling hot. Here we go.
Woo!
That's all right. So I rolled an 18 plus, where's my insight? 4 plus 2 plus 6 is 24.
Aark, you recognise a lot of these drawings, kind of like the blueprints from the first How the Ancients Travelled the Galaxy book, but you recognise some of these drawings from the book that you've just started, Prophesizing the Prophecies, the book that you've only spent half an hour reading, and by looking over the tome would normally take you 16, 18, 20 hours to read, but you know from reading the start of this book and having the references up on the ceiling that it would take you a mere half an hour to an hour to get through that book.
Yeah, so can I say to the party, the book I'm reading kind of, I think it will explain what this is a bit more. So I know it's really, really dull, but can I spend some time reading this book and trying to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, I guess so. Make sure you have the torchlight quite close. You light your eyes otherwise. That's what my mum always used to say. You shouldn't read in the dark.
You see Aark's very big, glassy, kind of like almost pitch black eye. Oh, thank you. Can I ask the guy, because it's going to be really boring if I just sit there for half an hour, can I ask you the guys to search for a galactic gate?
Yeah, we can have a look around, I reckon.
Can I ask again, how many planewalkers were there? There was more than one.
Depicted on
the mural.
on the
yeah,
drawings.
on the drawing.
You see a kind of one for every planet of the solar system.
Oh my god.
But then you also see off in the corner of this circle a gigantic one. Like Planewalker up until now, the ones that you've seen have been 60 feet tall. But you see one that's 180 foot tall, and without even rolling a history check, Zakaiya, you cast your mind back to when Madame Morgana read your palm and took you into the vision through the vines, and you saw a 180 foot tall planewalker in your vision while you were fighting the mind shadows.
Yeah, I remember seeing a huge version of it. Oh my god, I hope it's not real. I figured that was just a dream, but there's one on every planet by the looks of this. If this is true, then there's one on Een, there's one on Ole. There shouldn't be any more of those things. I can't believe there is more than one. And this looks almost like a cycle, as though what has happened will come to pass again. I guess we should just let Aark focus on the book and try and figure some of this out. I don't know what any of this means. Shall we keep looking for something, Aark? Shall we try and find the gate you're on about?
Yeah, can I open up the How the Ancients Travelled the World? Was it how the Ancients Travelled?
How the Ancients Travelled the Galaxy?
So book 5, so the book that you've already read, you want to look through. I
just want to flick open to because I've seen lots of kind of plans and stuff of the Galactic Gate. So I just want to kind of show them what they're kind of looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. You open up to, say, the middle of this tome. It's massive. It is old. It's ancient. Its pages are worn and like tea stained. And you open to the middle of this book, and you show Titus and Zakaiya the exact blueprint that helped you cast locate object and find where this galactic gate could be. Bearing in mind, Aark, when you cast locate object when you were at the top of the mountain, you located it about 500 feet below you.
Mm.
You are currently maybe only 100 foot down on this mountain in this cave.
Ah. So having said that, there's probably a way to get down, and I bet that like kind of the central bit of this room with us is probably the way to potentially get down. I don't know. Yeah, do you guys just want to have a...
Yeah, let's have a look. Would there be a
wander,
switch? Yeah, we'll have a little look. Okay, cool. So I guess can I start searching the rest of the room? I don't know if you want to split up Titus and do an end each.
Yeah, good idea. Let's do that.
Zakaiya and Titus, roll me investigation checks, please.
Cool.
Zakaiya.
23. That was a nat 20 plus. That's great.
Oh, it was a
It
nat
was a nat
20.
20. Yeah.
Right.
Nat 20 plus 3. Where was that when I was rolling for my year?
I got an unnatural 20.
Oh, great.
God, we're going to
20's
find
all
everything
around.
in this
That's
room.
cool. Unnatural, but that's great. Okay. You guys barely spend... I mean, you spend the half an hour kind of looking around this room. Enough time for Aark to read through book number 2. Because you've used book number 5 to show the guys what it looks like. But you look through book number 2, Prophesizing the Prophecies. Zakaiya and Titus, you both notice with your investigation check that towards the back of this room, the water that you can hear dripping, which is coming from the cave roof, which is filtering in from the top of the mountain, is falling down the wall right towards the back of this cave opening and dripping through and creating a little stream.
Okay.
So you see the way that the water is running.
Okay, let's follow that water.
Ollie, are all the walls covered in hieroglyphics, or is there a small space for, let's just say, a 7.5 foot tall person to carve with their hand axe? Titus was ear.
Titus, the scribings are only on the ceiling, so there is plenty of wall space for you to use a hand axe to scribe anything you want on the wall.
I've Titus was ear, and then cock. Obviously, you've got to draw a cock.
I thought you were going to go for a dick drawing first. I'm surprised.
I'm impressed. You're learning.
Yeah, that's my character development right there.
growth.
Yeah. Episode 23, character growth, everybody. Well done. If it was me, I would have put call this number for cock. But,
Have we got a number for Lakeland Zager?
Can we just put Lakeland's digits on the wall for a good time?
I think the only number that you would actually have on you is the Ujiea ski and snowboarding leisure resort to Eric and Schmorgenhausen.
No, we can't put him through that.
Okay.
I'm just going to write Titus and Eric and BFFs forever, IDST, which means if destroyed, still true. So there you go.
Great. Love that. So Titus, you scribe some stuff on the wall, and then you follow Zakaiya towards the back of the cave.
Yeah.
And you see that the cave narrows and gets super thin. Like you could still fit through if you wanted to, but it looks like there's kind of a crawl space that you could get to and go further down, deeper into the mountain.
Wow. Do you want to get, can Titus fit down there?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Titus can fit.
Okay. Well, do you want to rock, paper, scissors, mate? See who goes first?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hey, you cheater.
I was on a delay and I was thinking, I've got to pick rock. So.
Blame the lag.
Looks like you're going to first, Zakaiya.
All right, looks like I am. Yep. So just for the listeners, me and Adam did it, and he did keep his fist to jump in a bit longer than thought he should have done, but he came out with a rock, and I had scissors, so I am definitely going in there first. Okay, so Zach very gently sort of lowers herself into the hole. Obviously, she's quite small, so there's quite a lot of room into the crawl space, and sort of says, Titus, if I don't come back, just tell Aark that I'm sorry for everything to do with my family, and I'm sorry he got wound up in it all. I feel terrible because he didn't mean for that to happen. But anyway, let's hope there's no spiders, huh?
Water, way to die.
Thanks, Titus. You sure know how to keep my morale going. All right, here we go.
Not even a wow.
Nobody dared. Nobody dared. I really
dared.
wanted to.
Not after that. Not after you said your goodbyes to your stepdad. Christ, Amy.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to come out the other side. Right, okay, are we going through?
Okay, Zakaiya, you shimmy yourself down through this crawl space. Titus, are you following or are you staying put? What are you doing?
No, I'll go straight behind her. I don't want to. If she's going to have to tackle something, we'll do it together.
Can I be like, I'm sorry I came over all emotional, Titus. I didn't think you were going to come with me. You know, like when two people say goodbye and then they walk off in the same direction.
Yeah.
Walk the same way.
Awkward. Sorry, Titus.
You shimmy down this crawl space and Titus is just silent. Like, what? Aark, it's been half an hour of investigating, and these two are splitting off from you for some reason. So
He just turns around. He's like, where are they gone?
where are they gone? Where have they gone? You've left a guy with a torch who's barely blind in the dark to navigate a cave. But Aark, you have finished the reading of book 2.
Cool. So can I see where they've crawled? Like, can I see that they've literally crawled into a hole?
You couldn't. Well, no, you guys would have used torches, so you know the direction that they've gone.
Because I'm as Aark, I'm just thinking, why haven't they, like, they've got rope? They could have tied themselves off to something. Like, they could have tied themselves together. You know, they've just ran down a hole. They're like,
This is all going through Aark's mind. Going, these two just don't learn, do they?
No, character development is one thing, but yeah, Aark would totally have tied himself to a hole, but we're just like, fuck it.
I'm just there staring at this hole, going, what are they doing? So what have I learned?
You want to know what you've learned from the book? Okay, great. Prophesizing the Prophecies, book 2. The blurb on the back, which you've obviously read before, says a record detailing ancient prophecies throughout the solar system of Parlay's history. You've read the whole book, which is great. You obviously know the might of a bear, reinforced by the iron and protected by the storm, will smite the undead loyalists and restore Petros Solidus. You find that reading the book goes into far more detail about the undead loyalists. This detail about the prophecy that you guys have just not been aware of until this very moment. But you learn about the undead loyalists and that they're a secret society who rule above all other governments, armies, and religious organizations from the shadows. They influence the economy, current affairs, natural disasters, terror attacks, and more. There is no record of any persons who make up the group, and they're commonly brushed off as like a myth. But you understand far more about the undead loyalists now.
Cool. And do I know more about those symbols? So the songbird,
The red cardinal, the wolf, the fox, and the dragon.
Fox. Yeah.
You see an image in the book of the pentagram with the animal symbols on in relation to the undead loyalists.
So is this the sign of the undead loyalists then?
I think, bless him, he's got to pontificate to himself because there's no one here. I think it should just keep cutting back to him, just like stroking his chin like Sherlock Holmes. What does it all mean?
When you say in the centre, is this in the centre of the roof? Like the kind of the central panel is the triangle and the pentagon.
Yeah, so if you imagine that the cave has a circular, domed kind of cave-like roof, in the centre is a circle. Within the circle is the triangle on the left with the bear, the iron, and the storm. In the middle of the triangle is the blue arcane rock known as Petros Solidus. And just to the right of that, still within the circle, is the pentagram with the various animal signatures.
So I'm not privy to this, but just so Petrosolidus is the arcane rock. That's what that is.
Can I fly up and just get a really closer look at that kind of that blue arcane rock?
Yeah, you do. You shoot up to it.
Can I touch it? See what happens?
Yeah, you touch it.
Anything happen?
It feels like the roof of a cave. It feels wet. It feels wet to the touch. It feels maybe slightly mossy or alginous, but you are touching a hieroglyphic of sorts on this roof.
Cool.
Titus and Zakaiya, roll me dexterity saving throws as you're crawling through this crawl space.
He said, look for a cave. It'll be fun.
Nobody said that. You just went, I'm going in the cave.
That's what we heard.
Zakaiya, what did you get?
12.
Titus, what did you get?
18, baby.
Oh, good.
18. Zakaiya, through where you're crawling is wet, mossy, and alginous. This is difficult terrain. This is so hard to hold on to, but you are crawling through this crawl space essentially, head first down, like at a 45-degree angle.
Oh God.
You start to slip and you lose all grip and you start to slide. Titus, Zakaiya is right in front of you and you see her start to fall.
Oh, my elbows are going to get shredded.
Can I grab her ankle and try and put all my other limbs out to stop her from sliding down further?
Roll me a athletics check.
Go on, Titus.
There we go, baby. Okay, I've got a good modifier for this, so we just don't need a bad roll. So there we go. Set ourselves up for failure. 15 for life, baby. 22, actually.
Oh my God, wow, okay, great.
2022.
2022. Yeah, Titus, as Zakaiya starts to slip and the rock starts shedding at her elbows as she falls through, you grab onto her ankle and you are bracing yourself so you don't fall while you're holding her.
Probably should have tied a rope or something, shouldn't we?
Do you know what? I've just thought of that. Why did we not think of that before we came in here? Do you reckon Aark's thought of that? He's totally thought of that. He's already cussing us up there, and he's thinking
he's going to be so disappointed in us.
He really is. This is just such an awesome dynamic. Just two people who just I feel like Aark is going to get rid of us at the quickest opportunity. you know how in the last episode, Titus, you did your awesome religion check, and it was really epic, and you came to the realization that actually, Aark and Zakaiya are your family, and it's you must stay for them. If Aark phoned Tempo, he'd be like, cut and run, mate. Cut and run. Honestly, fucking dead weight. Cut and run.
While this is all going through Zakaiya and Titus's head, while they hang on for dear life in this crawl space crevasse, essentially, that falls down into this mountain, we hard cut to Aark, who starts to hear all the boulders and the inside of the mountain start to crumble under the weight of Zakaiya and Titus. Aark, what do you do?
I just look down and go, they must have not tied a rope for a reason. And I'm going to just penguin slide right into that hole.
Gutter bird!
Yes!
Gutter bird.
Oh, gutter bird in. You, You happy feet dive face first into this crawl space. Do I need to need to make you roll for this? I mean,
is your beak going to go right up Titus's ass?
Has anyone seen the documentary Class Action Park, by the way?
No.
It's unbelievable. It's a park full of rides, basically like this. They've got a water slide that's genuinely got a loop the loop in it, right? And the first time they sent people down, their head smashed into the top bit, right? So they're like, oh, right, everyone's coming down concussed. We need to change the angle of this. And then they sent other people down and they were coming out cut. And they were like, why are they coming out cut? I don't understand. We've changed the angle a bit. And it was because, apologies everyone if you're eating what's listening to this.
Oh my God.
It was because the first group of people, when their head smashed into the top bit, their teeth came out and got wedged in the top of the slide. Good watch. Class Action Park. It's on Now TV in the UK, I believe.
Oh my god, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that later. That is bloody insane.
That is insane. That's horrifying.
And that was one of the rides. This is a whole park.
Where was this, Ads? Where was this park?
It was in America somewhere.
Oh, of course,
Of course it was. Adam, if I can remind you to not talk about other shows unless we're sponsored by them, that'd be great going forward. But thank you. No, we'll all watch that, absolutely. Aark, roll me an acrobatics check, please.
Acrobatics? Oh,
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, dear. Yep, you're going straight up Titus's crack by the sounds of that.
Okay.
Let the beak see the crack.
Oh man, that's a lot of dice he's shaking.
It's a lot of dice, baby. It's a lot of dice. I mean, Nat 1, Aark, you penguin slide into this crawl space, which you can easily fit into. You're a small bird man. But with a Nat 1, you smash into the back of Titus, letting go of his hands, letting go of his legs. Aark, Titus, and Zakaiya, you all fall together as you fall through this rubbly crawl space and out into another part of the cave. You all take...
Oh no.
Shut up, Ollie.
You all take 15 fall damage.
Hell.
As you crash through this crawl space, this 45-degree crawl space, and into another pitch black room. All your torches have gone out, and you're just in a piled heap on the floor in another part of this mountain.
Does anyone want to sort of, I mean, when I say anyone, I mean Titus, do you want to feel a little bit high and mighty that we actually had that situation under control in that instance? The person that messed it up was not the person that would normally mess it up. We're rubbing off on him.
Aark's look behind him and go, God, what happened there? Something must have hit me from behind. Some sort of arcane force.
I feel like Zach's quite naive, so she'd be like, really? Oh my god.
Oh, Zach, it was terrible.
I think I'm like Donkey in Shrek, where I'm like, let's do that again.
Oh, is everyone all right? I feel like my prosthetics come off. I'll have to replug it back in.
Oh god, is that how you lost your arm initially, or?
No, sadly not.
Okay, cross that one off the list. Good.
Yeah, there you go. You can you can add that to your list of ways it didn't happen, and eventually you'll get there.
You've not asked for a very long time, so I'm so happy
He
that
asked
you
in the
asked
last
this year.
episode.
He did.
Oh, that was it. It was the dog thing. But before that, you hadn't asked for ages anyway.
That's so funny.
This is hot tub time machine storytelling right here.
It really is. Really, really is. How is everyone? You all good? I'll pop my arm back in.
Yeah, where the hell are we? I can't see anything anymore.
I'm going to pull out into the torch because I've got 10 of them, so we can do 10 of these falls and light it up again and have a look around.
Oh yeah, I've got 10 as well. Actually, I'll do the same.
Oh, I've got a dark vision as well, so that will hopefully help me if you guys light a torch.
Aark and Titus, you light up 2 torches. And you see another cave room. But there are no drawings on the ceiling, no carvings on the walls. But you do see where all the water is running to. Down from the ceiling of what you've essentially smashed through, and dripping kind of like, not a waterfall, but like a very, like a waterfall that's just like, I don't know, in a stream, but has like a dip that goes down to it. It's kind of like that. It's like falling from the ceiling, but it's falling into a pool in the middle of this room. But the pool to you guys doesn't look like it's like natural. It looks like it's man-made.
Okay. How big is this pool?
About 30 by 30 feet. You're in a much bigger room at this point.
Wow.
Which is about 60 by, say, 40.
Can we see how deep it is?
You can investigate how deep it is if you want to.
Okay. I mean, with a 9, I don't know if I'm just going to dip my foot in it.
So Zakaiya, you're leaving the piled heap of bodies that you've all become, and you're going over to where this pool is to try and see just with your eyes, or how are you testing how deep this is?
I mean, I guess with my eyes at first. I mean, if I can't see to the bottom of it, then, I presume it's fairly deep.
With a 9, it looks pretty deep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, God, Aark, I'm so sorry I asked about your drowning problem.
Can I give Zach the help action? So if I hold the torch up over that pool, can Zach have another go at seeing if she can see how deep it is?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Investigation check.
This time I got 13.
You, with a 13, you see that it's about 30 feet deep.
Wow. Okay.
It's a deep man-made pool. The water isn't crystal clear. It's like mixed with sedimentary rock that like runs down off the top of the mountain and into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're looking into a lagoon, but it looks dark and ominous.
Okay.
Can a galactic gate be underwater? Aark.
Ollie, can a galactic gate be underwater?
Aark, you know from reading your book that galactic gates can be absolutely anywhere. They would have to have been built out of water, but they can work within water, if you see what I mean.
I say to Titus, yes.
Okay. This looks man-made, though. So, I mean, it obviously isn't natural. Do you reckon someone's tried to... Like, what possible logical reason would they have for flooding it, for keeping it underwater? Maybe to hide it?
I suppose to hide it. Yeah, to hide it.
Yeah, must be.
And Moto Hirokoshi said that we need to swim in the sky cavern to be delivered.
He did! Oh my God, he did.
Cannonball!
He did swim in the sky cavern and be delivered. So this is the way that we have to go through to find Petro Solidus, or find... I mean, where is Mr. Moto Hirokoshi? Was he not meant to meet us here, or are we supposed to be finding him via this route?
I remember that Madame Madonna was going to help us meet Moto Hirokoshi, but I can't remember.
We heard her singing. Maybe they're in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to suggest other than just to do exactly what they said. The swimming through the sky caverns. This makes sense, and there's no way back up there, is there? Let's be honest. No one thought about the rope.
There's nothing else in the cave, Ollie, or we need to investigate that.
So with Zakaiya's investigation check, there's nothing else in the room. It's just you see where you've come from, slidden through this crawl space. You see all the water dripping from the mossy kind of alginous ceiling, and you see it all gathering in this man-made pool in the middle of the room. That's all you see. The rest of the cavern that you're in is exactly like the first part of the cave that you're in, with no drawings.
I kind of hoped there'd be some more hieroglyphics down here that would kind of make more sense of the top bit. Is there a way out of this cave other than down through the water?
Roll me a perception check.
Cool.
Anybody can.
Hey, second nat 20 of the day.
Boom.
Doing very well.
Ooh,
So that's
nat
23.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, Aark, what did you get?
Unnatural 20.
Titus,
Nice.
what did you get?
19 as well.
Oh, we've all done
19.
so well there.
Okay. Yeah, you've all had a very good look around this second cavern that you're in. The only way you can see out is where you came from.
Okay, so it looks like down is the only way. Okay, by show of hands, who can swim?
Well, I can swim, but not very quickly.
I feel like I also don't trust that there isn't something in there. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be a problem, shall we say. So it's a shame there's so much sedentary rock because you can't see to see if there's actually anything in there that could be a threat. Does one of us just want to dive in and have a look? I don't know what else we can do to proof this situation.
I don't mind diving in, but I'm gonna tie a bit of rope around me And
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We thought of that actually before. Yeah, I always really thought that.
So if you're in trouble, I'll tie the rope around me. 10 tugs for you're okay.
Yeah.
11 tugs for you're drowning. Okay.
I feel like that's a lot of tugs. That's too many tugs. You just playing with yourself there.
What's that from? Where they're like 12 tugs for your dying, 13 tugs for you found the treasure.
My friend James is going to absolutely kill me for telling this story on the podcast. But when we were kids, we were joking around, like me and the boys, and we were like, "How many shakes do you do like when you've been to the toilet? Obviously with a penis, not with me. I don't have a penis. Shocker." But he was like, we were all sort of like, oh, maybe 2, 3. That seems normal, doesn't it? And my friend James was like, 14 shakes precisely. 14 shakes, James. It's a bit excessive in a urinal, isn't it?
It's a very different kind of urinal if there's 14 shakes going on.
God, can you imagine?
That, Amy.
Is that the episode title as well? The Shakes.
The shakes.
The shakes.
I think 11 tugs is great.
Of course, I've discovered it's from The Simpsons.
Oh, right.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
If you've run out of air, tug on the rope 64 times, no more, no less.
Oh God. Okay.
So, guys, what are you all doing?
I am going to tie my rope round my stomach. I'm going to give the other end to Titus. I think it's 50 foot I've got.
Mm-hmm. And Titus is the strongest. That makes sense for somebody to be able to pull you out.
If you wanted to help Zach as well, if you wanted to hold on a little bit, maybe feel a bit better.
Yeah, I can give him the help action if we need it. So yeah, I'm here.
Just to jump in here, because I know if I was listening to this, it would annoy me. It was 63 times if he's run out of air, 64 times if he's found the treasure. So he goes 61, 62, 63. Oh no, 63, he's out of air. I've sent my only grandson to a watery grave. 64, he's found the treasure.
Oh. Well, thank you for your clarity.
That's a great reference. That is a really good
that
reference.
Was great.
It's a deep pull, man.
Right. Aark, you've tied the rope around you. Titus and Zakaiya, are you both holding on to the rope as he lowers himself in?
Yep.
Yeah.
All give me athletics checks, please. Aark.
10.
Zakaiya.
14.
Titus.
I had a real feeling, when I rolled that 19 that I didn't need. I was like, I've wasted, you have that, I've wasted a 19 there. That's going to come back to bite me on the arse. Yeah, 9.
Oh,
9.
No.
Okay. The rope is tied around Aark just fine. You guys you hold on to this rope just fine. This is not a fail. You all hold on to the rope. You're steadfast. You're trying to find your feet and dig your feet into this cave floor. It's kind of sandy, kind of rocky, but you hold yourself fast. And Aark, you start lowering yourself into this water.
Oh, I'm going to dramatically dive in, please.
Oh, great! Run and jump and dive.
Fly up maybe 20 foot and just dive straight in.
Okay, great. No roll needed on that. You tuck your wings in and you dive straight in, gutterbird style. Mm-hmm. And you dive into this water. It's so like dark and murky that you can't see the bottom of where you're going. But you're in the water.
I turn to Aark and say, if you thought that was impressive, watch this and go to do a backflip into the water. Please stop me.
Aark's really dived in, just so you know. You turn around to Aark, he's not there, he's already dived in.
Oh, not Aark, sorry, it's Zach. I turn to Zach and say, check this one out.
Oh, no. No. I believe you. I just get on my knees and I'm like, Titus, yours would be so much better. I know it would be better. You don't have to prove it to me. You have to prove nothing to me, Titus.
All right.
Zakaiya, roll a persuasion check.
Oh God, really? Persuasion. I haven't used persuasion very often. 13.
13. Okay. Titus, are you staying or are you going?
I was hoping she wasn't going to ask me because I was really, really impressed by Aark's dive. Secretly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we both know I can do a better one.
We both know. We both know. We don't need. Don't lower yourself.
You're diving in or you're a chicken? What are you doing?
Oh my god!
You're underwater. We can't hear you. You're underwater.
You're underwater. We cannot hear you.
You see these bubbles pop up, and as they pop, they go.
Oh my god!
A wind whistles through the cave. Pussy.
Aark, you dive into the water. Rope secure around your waist. Zakaiya and Titus, you have the rope in your hands, maybe tied around you to anchor.
Yeah, like I'm like the back person in the game of tug of war, sort of wrapped around my waist as well, just in case.
Right, okay, great. So Titus, that would make sense then that you would be holding the only torch then, because I imagine Zakaiya's got both her hands on the rope.
Yeah.
And Titus has got the only torch lit. You hear the splash of Aark dive into the water. And then, Titus, you look up at the ceiling.
Oh.
And you see that the water is no longer water anymore.
Uh-oh.
It turns black and inky.
Oh, for
And
Christ's
smoking.
sake. He's peed in
And
the
the-
water.
and necrotic. And Titus, just as you look up and see this, your torch, as if it was a candle, is blown out.
Oh my god.
Oh, bollocks.
Shit. We've sent him to his death. Oh my god, Titus, pull him out.
You are now all in complete darkness. Aark, you look up and you see the once torchlight that you could see breaking through the surface of the water completely goes out and there is no light. And all you hear in all of your minds is, I told you, you would all die before you reach the mountain. Now I will kill you and bury you all here. Titus, in front of your face, you feel smoke and necrotic energy rush past, as if something is running past your face. Zakaiya, you feel the exact same rush as it tries to push you off of where you stand. Titus and Zakaiya, give me dexterity saving throws. Zakaiya.
8.
Titus.
17.
17. Zakaiya, you are pulled into the water. Titus, you stand steadfast, holding this rope, but the rope is not wrapped around Zakaiya. So Zakaiya, you fall into the water. Aark, you look up and you see that Zakaiya has fallen into the water above you. And Titus, you're just left in this black
Oh my God.
darkness in this cavern. You hear the voices in all of your head. You can't make out what they're saying, but it's death, it's going to come to you all. You will die here, you will die. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. With the situation you guys are all in, there might be some elements of underwater combat if you guys decide to stay in the water, so here are some rules. Ranged attacks have disadvantage, and spells with verbal components do not work at all, but I'll allow some buff spells like Guidance or Bless to work so you're all not completely fucked. Aark, what did you get?
16.
Zakaiya?
I got 11.
Titus?
9, sorry.
The tension, the stress.
Okay, at the top of the initiative with 18. Titus, you don't see anything in front of you, but you hear the familiar voice of a mind shadow talking in and amongst your head, your mind's eye, and whispering things to you like, your father deserved to die. He deserved to die along with the rest of your family, and all of you will also die here today. The Mind Shadow reaches out towards you, Titus, and he casts Chill Touch on you. He needs to roll to hit. What's your AC?
15.
15. A 14 does not hit you. It misses. It courses all around you. You feel this chill touch go towards you, and you feel enveloped by all this darkness, and it misses. That's the end of the Mind Shadow's go. Zakaiya, you're up next.
Oh god, so I'm just in water, right? I can't see anything.
You're in water. You can't see what's happening.
God.
But you're in the water. No rope is around you, but you see Aark next to you in the water.
Okay, is he okay? What's his status? Can
Correct.
I mean, yeah.
The side's a bit wet.
You can't talk to each other underwater, but you can look and kind of see through the sedimentary water and rock if you want to. Free action.
Can I see any enemies at all around me?
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm always happy to roll it. Perception, I've got a 7.
You don't see anything just yet.
Okay. I'm almost tempted to try and pull Titus into the water because it feels like that's almost where he's safer. But it's, oh my god, okay. I will swim up and put my head out of the water if I can.
You do?
Yep.
You use half your movement, I reckon,
Yep.
to get up, and you burst through the surface of the water into darkness.
Yeah, crap.
Although, with your 60 feet of
Dark vision,
it's dimly lit, you see Titus, you see the Mind Shadow.
Okay, cool. I am going to... I won't be able to attack it from here, will I? Because I'm in the water. Could I use a long-range weapon to have a shot at it?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not going to be massively accurate being in the water, but it's my best chance to hit it. Okay, cool. I will roll to hit... 15.
15 hits.
Yes!
You hit this Mind Shadow.
Okay, all right.
Was that a crossbow or was that a crossbow shot?
Crossbow
shot towards this Mind Shadow.
Yep.
Zakaiya, roll your damage.
Yep. 1. See, I'm not entirely sure if I've actually got a D8, because the only one I seem to ever have is the... Oh no, that is a D8. Right. Okay.
It looks like this little diamond boy.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. That one there.
Yeah, great.
Yep. Lush. Okay, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Hello.
Zakaiya, you see this arrow pierce through the flesh of this Mind Shadow, but from the arrow piercing this Mind Shadow's necrotic skin, you see that the arrow sticks into the side of this smoky necrotic thing, and it swallows the arrow into its body. So it doesn't go through, but it sticks and then swallows. And you get the feeling that you've not done half as much damage as you wanted to.
Fuck! Okay, fine. Titus, are you okay?
I think so. This chill clouds thing just came past me, but I think it missed. But I don't know. What do you think I should do? Should I get in the water? Should I light a torch?
Try and light a torch. We need visibility. We need to be able to see them, see what's going on, so we can hit.
Zakaiya, you still have a bonus action, or is that the end of your turn?
I'm going to move further away. I'm not going to go into the water.
You tread water and move further into, say, the middle of this man-made pool.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't want to go into water just yet, in case. Obviously, you've got breath and stuff to think about. So, yeah.
Zakaiya, that's the end of your go. Titus, you're up next.
I thought Aark was next.
I've totally missed Aark's go. Aark, it's your go. Let's go to you. Apologies.
Yay!
Can I be... So I have no idea what's happening. Like, I've not felt 64 tugs or anything. So...
No.
He has been counting.
You saw the torch go out above you. You saw Zakaiya go into the water. And you saw Zakaiya go back up to the surface of the water. And another torch... no, not another torch come on, so it's still dark up there.
No, can I do some creative spell casting? Because I don't have anything that can create light, I don't think. Well, I have one spell that can, which is Guiding Bolt, which is just a shot of light in the air like a flare. Could my spiritual weapon give off a little bit of light?
Your spiritual weapon could give off light. And also... I'm also going to say that Blessed and Guidance gives off light.
Cool. Right.
Nice one.
Thank you, Ollie. I'm going to cast Bless.
Because when you had the mind shadow attacking like the hotel and the chalet. Radiant damage, it like casts this light and aura, doesn't it?
Yep.
So, radiant effects and all that kind of stuff absolutely casts light. But spiritual weapon, yeah, casts light for sure.
I'm actually going to cast Bless on Titus, me, and Zach. So, Bless.
You're blessed.
So, you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And you're all slightly glowing now, which is very cool. With this glow, can I see anything under this water?
Ooh, can you see anything under this water? Yeah, now that you've cast Bless on yourself. Yeah, you cast Blessed, and Titus lights up. Zakaiya's body, which is 15 feet above you on the surface of this water, lights up. Your body lights up, and it emits towards the bottom of this man-made pool. And you see, another 15 to 20 feet down. It's not a trap door. It's like a drain. It's like a hole for water to run out of this pool. But yeah, you see towards the bottom of it through the algae and the other rocks and stones that are in here. But yeah, towards the bottom of this man-made pool, you see a drainage hole.
I'm going to use all my movement to swim towards it.
The rope is still attached to you. Titus still has hold of the rope up there. Make me an athletics check to get all the way there.
That is an 18.
18. Titus, roll me a strength saving throw.
So I want this to go badly, correct?
You're going to hate this as well, and I hate saying this, but you're blessed. So you can add a d4 to it if you want to as well.
What if I don't want to?
We don't have to. It's up to you.
Yeah, you're blessed. You're rules.
So is this going to try and pull me into the water, basically, Ollie?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You're still holding onto the rope.
11. What did you get?
I got an 18.
Titus, in this moment, you are hoofed off of your feet and pulled into the water about 15 feet underneath. So Zakaiya, you see Titus fly through the air as he holds onto this rope, which hasn't been tugged 63 or 64 times, but just Free Willy leaps him into this man-made pool in the water. Aark, you successfully make it to this drainage hole, even though you feel the pull of Titus off of you, and you hear above you him fall into the water.
So what can I... Now I'm close. Is there can I see a mechanism? Can I see anything that could potentially release the water?
Big plug.
Big plug is what I'm after. Big lever. Big lever I can pull.
A big lever, a big plug. It's not as video gamey as that. It's not as easy as finding a lever just to, pry it open. But let's see. You've used your movement to get you have
and my
used an
action as well.
to do,
yeah.
And your action, so you have a bonus action. Yeah, let's say you want to do an investigate check on this drain.
Yeah, well done.
Cool.
That is 21.
21. Aark, you see on this drainage hole, this drainage system, essentially, it's an overflow mechanism for this pool. And you see that it's got hinges and latches and clasps that look like they make some kind of, not complicated, but some kind of cover for this drainage hole. It's essentially like if you look in a bath and you see the pizza-like shaped holes on a plug. It looks like that. So it's currently covering the hole and is not big enough for you to slip through. You would need to remove this plug in order to get through it.
Cool. I guess I'll end my turn. Unless, Zakaiya understands.
You can point. You can kind of go to me,
I'll have a point. I'll point down.
Have a good point.
You'll point down. Zakaiya, you are currently not under the water. You are on top of the water with your, I don't know, let's say with a reaction that I'll let you use now. Roll me a perception check to see if you see Aark pointing down towards this drain hole.
Oh, for frick's sake. 7.
7. Okay. You
Got
don't
dark vision.
see.
Does that help? He's glowing. He's literally glowing.
He is literally glowing, but you do not see Aark pointing with his arm or with his feather
Blessed
towards
not do
this
anything for
drainage
her.
hole.
No?
Oh yeah, I'm blessed.
No.
Do I get a
It's
second?
just attack rolls and save.
Oh, attack, of course it is. Yeah, no, that's fair. In fairness, I have just seen Titus go flinging into the water, like a You've Been Framed video. So at least I kind of gather they're both down there. But yeah, I can't see what he's doing.
Aark, that's the end of your go. It should have been your go after the Mind Shadow. Then we went to Zakaiya. So Titus, it's now your go.
Can I follow the rope down to see what on earth's going on with Aark? Because I figure
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't pull him if he's getting pulled down towards something. If I was on top, I'd try and pull him out. But because I'm already in the water, I might as well see if I can help him fight whatever this thing is that I assume is dragging him down, because he'd never be able to outstrength me, so it must be something else.
There's no way that this old bird person could gutter bird me into this pool.
Gutter bird me.
Yeah, cool. You can use just your movement to swim down to where Aark is. And you swim through the sedimentary rock, the dark water, and you get to where Aark is.
I wave.
Free action. free action. You wave to Aark.
Fancy seeing you here, mate.
So Aark first points at his muscles, and then points down at the drain.
He ignores that. We'll have a talk afterwards. I don't know. Can I? So I look. I suppose I'll have a look at this drain. So I don't know what it looks like, do I? So I should probably investigate that.
With Aark pointing towards it, you immediately know that it's a drainage cover, so there's no need for you to do some kind of check on that. But Titus, roll me an insight check to see if you can understand what Aark is telling you while underwater.
Ooh, 15.
15. Aark, use your words now. This isn't happening underwater. You don't actually speak, but what have you said to Titus that he understands?
I'm very strong, and I've pulled you into the water. Also, have a look at this drain.
Titus, you have fully understood what Aark was doing just by pointing at himself and pointing at the drainage hole. You've used your movement. You have an action and bonus action. What would you want to do?
I try and rip this drain cover off, I suppose, so we can get down it. If it's like a plug hole, like you're saying, you can't fit down it now. I don't know. Can I try and? I'm picturing trying to like put my feet either side of it and sort of pulling it off. But I know you said there was like a complicated series of levers and what have you.
I mean, hey, Titus is known for brute strength with mithril chains on prison ships before, so do whatever you want to do in this moment.
Can I just say, if you fail this strength check, Aark will remember this, just so you know.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
I try and can I get my fingers through the grooves and get in behind some of the slats and just try and pull it off that way, basically?
Great. Give me an athletics check.
Bless doesn't help with that, does it, Jamie?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, even if it did, he wouldn't say it would, because it's shown up here. Right, come on.
Hey, a rage might have helped, but never mind.
That's fine. I don't want to waste a rage because I need to attack something.
No, that's
So
true. That is very true.
See, he's thinking more
very
strategically than we
He
give him
is.
credit for.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Thought it was going to be really embarrassing there. I thought it was going to be a single digit, but it is thankfully a 15.
Yeah.
You flex. You grab this drain cover. You insert your meaty little fingers into this drain hole, and you pull back. You yank. You like. It's like you're doing trap raises on like some kind of squat bench. You are just heaving at this thing. You see that the drain cover starts to pull away, starts to come off of the basin of this pool, and it doesn't come all the way off, but you've kind
Counts.
of still counts a little bit. You see one of these like pins that's holding this thing into this sedimentary rock. Bing, bing, bing. So you've got like 3 of these pins out. Not enough for you guys to like crawl under or get into, but you successfully pulled part of this drain cover off. Is that the end of your turn, Titus?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I try and gesture with sort of a little help. That's basically what I'm trying to gesture underwater.
We go back to the top of the round. The mind shadows go. And even though the mind shadow is stood alone in this cave with the Zakaiya bobbing on the surface of this pool, he stares straight into Zakaiya's mind and talks solely to her just for a second and says, "It'd be an awful shame if I drowned one of your friends." And the mind shadow looks directly to where Titus is and casts Hold Person on them. Titus, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Titus, no.
Titus does not have a good wisdom modifier. Right, here we go. 9.
Titus, you feel all this strength that you felt a second ago, that you're pushing through this drain cover and through your arms to rip it off, to try and save you and your friends. Your body goes completely limp, and you let go of this drain cover and you start floating off of it. Titus, you are currently paralyzed and incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and any attack rolls against you have advantage. Titus, your body goes completely limp and starts floating away from this drain cover. Titus, you realise that even though you're paralysed and you can't talk, your whole body is so limp that your throat starts taking on water.
Oh, bollocks.
God. Okay.
And
Sorry. Where are my manners, Ollie? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Titus, this realization runs through your mind. Aark, you've seen this happen. Zakaiya, you don't know what's going on currently. That is the end of the mind shadows go. We're back to Aark. What are you doing?
So do I see him floating away?
Yeah, you do. You see him completely relax, go limp, and just start floating.
Can I grab his hand?
You absolutely can, yeah.
So
Take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand.
I'm going to kind of like grab Titus's hand, try and pull him kind of downwards again, and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, read us Lesser Restoration, please.
You touch a creature. Oh.
Read it out loud. We've got to hear it.
Can't cast it. So I need vocal components, and I'm underwater.
It's fine. Blah, blah, blah.
Aark. In this moment, you grab Titus's hand. Before you cast this spell, if you would like to do anything else before you cast this spell, I will let you.
So I want to hold Titus's hand. And then if you can let me do this, I don't know, but you let me know. I'm gonna realise that I can't help him. So I'm gonna look him in the eyes and let go of him.
Oh my god! Proper Titanic shit.
Oh dear. I'm gonna ready an action.
What would you like to ready?
So I want to help Zach open that grate.
Okay. Aark, you swim over to Titus in desperation. You see his lifeless, or almost lifeless body floating, eyes wide, lungs filling with water in this moment. and you make a terribly hard decision to let go of his hand and leave him floating where he is. You get back to the drain and you ready yourself. Is there anything else that you can do with your turn or want to do?
No, I can't do anything.
Okay. You hold yourself by this drain, but you do notice that the water that is in this pool is starting to drain quicker from the pool that you're in. Titus has done enough of a job that the water is moving through this pool quicker than it first was. Aark, that's the end of your go. Zakaiya, what are you doing?
Okay, so
You're on the surface of the water.
Mm-hmm.
You've just had this mind shadow, these things that you're terrified of, speak into your mind and say that they're going to drown one of your friends. What are you doing?
If anything, that was their downfall, because I was completely oblivious about the plug and anything else that was going on at the bottom of the water before that, because I missed Aark's little signal. So the fact that they've said that is now lit a fire under my arse, and I know that they're in peril, so I'm going to swim right down to the bottom to where Aark is.
You use 30 feet of movement to get to the bottom of the pool.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
Action and bonus action, what you doing?
Action, can I help him? Can I lift? He's obviously readied. Can I help him lift this plug?
Okay. Aark, your readied action was to help Zakaiya, wasn't it?
Yeah, because she is beefy. She's a beefy girl. She's got this.
Beefy druid.
You're a
Okay.
strong little lady, aren't you?
You're a strong little lady.
I'll never forget. It was so funny.
Me being a patronising, archaic bastard there. Zakaiya, you want to tackle this drain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you want to tackle it? What are you doing?
So can you just describe to me a little bit how it looks again, just so I know which way I can...
Yeah, so it's, you see... you can assume that it looked like a drain hole cover with various holes throughout it. You see now in its form that it's kind of ripped off a corner of the circle, if you see what I mean. It's been peeled off, and you can feel the water all around you draining through this drain quicker. So you've got this kind of handle if you wanted to try and pull on this drain.
I'll try and pull the handle. I'll just try and yank it off. That was what Titus had to go at, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I'll do that. What do I have to roll?
Athletics, please. And roll with advantage because Aark is giving you the help action.
Whoop. Sorry, I got so excited I dropped my dice and threw it across the room.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
I gave it a little kiss for good luck and it went flying. Okay. Right, so my first one was a 12.
Yeah.
Thank God we've got help. Ooh, next one was a 16.
16. Okay, Zakaiya. You and Aark lay your hands on this drain cover. You start to pull. You see that the first corner of this circular drain cover has come off. You manage to pull a second corner off. So half of the drain cover is off now. You see that the water starts flowing more rapidly into this pool. But you kind of can see that you're going to have to pull the whole thing off if you want it to drain as quick as you want it to. Zakaiya, you have a bonus action.
I do. Let me have a look and see if there's anything that I think I can do. Can I just get ready to help Aark?
With a bonus action, not so much. So if there's nothing you can do with a bonus action,
I see, okay.
we can just leave you there on the drain. So that's fine. You pull this drain cover more. You peel it off more than it was when Titus did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really do. It's heartbreaking, but that is it. No,
that's fine.
I can sort of just kind of prepare for the next big oof that I've got to give this drain cover.
Titus, you are currently paralyzed. With the homebrew rules that I think we've seen in this game before. You've got to obviously roll a wisdom saving throw to see if you become unparalyzed. If you get a nat 20, I'll let you have a full round of combat. If you manage just to beat it just by a little bit or beat the wisdom saving throw, that will be the end of your turn. So you will be conscious again, but we'll go back up to the top of the round. So roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah! 20, baby!
It was worth all the awkward suspense.
Oh my god. Okay. Titus, that's insane. Okay. Right.
Apologies for the delay there. I just had to prove.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that was worth it. That was so worth the suspense.
Absolutely. Oh my Christ. Okay. Titus.
Oh my god.
Titus, you in your paralyzed state, floating through this water, you hear voices call out in your head. It's the voices of your father and your mother. And they speak to you in whispers, in incantations, just in your head. And they say, wake up. And you come to. You are no longer paralyzed. Titus, you can take a full round of action. What would you like to do?
So I'm just floating, so can I swim down and give the drain another good yank, please?
Great. You swim 15 feet down. It's only half your movement. You grab onto this drain cover and roll me an athletics check to pull on this drain cover again.
Okay, come on.
Why do we get the best nat 20s on this podcast?
So
good. So good.
What's my modifier? 13.
13. Okay. You manage to grip onto the drain cover. You give it a really good shove and a pull, but it doesn't move. You have a bonus action and you have a bit of movement, but if there's nothing else you want to do...
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do at that point. No, I don't think there's any... I mean...
Okay, fine. Titus, that's the end of your go. We move to Initiative 1 now for a legendary action from the Mind Shadow.
Git.
You see... Git. You, as you all look up through the surface of the water, it's dark anyway. You can't see a single thing. You are all imbued with this glow, so you are lighting the bottom of this man-made pool incredibly well. But Titus, once again, you see this dark necrotic smoke break the surface of the water and come towards you to envelop you. Titus, I'm going to need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, shit. That's a pretty bad stat for all of us, to be honest.
8. Yeah.
Titus, this smoky, corporeal, necrotic horribleness envelops you and pierces your mind's eye and closes your eyes, and you see darkness and you see nothing. As soon as your eyes open again, you look at the faces of Aark and Zakaiya, and you don't see them anymore. You don't see Aark and Zakaiya, the family that you've been traveling with this whole time. You see enemies of yours that have surrounded you. On your next turn, Titus, you will have to attack one of these people whether you want to or not.
Get in. Let's dance, bitches.
Well, aren't you sorry you pissed him off, Aark, with your flexing?
No, I'll fuck him up, don't worry.
How the tables stand.
That is the end of the legendary action, and we go back up to the top of the round to the Mind Shadow again. And he sees that Titus has been successfully enveloped by all this necrotic smoke and energy, and is turning on his own friends on his next round. The Mind Shadow dives deeper into the water. This corporeal smoke that shouldn't even exist in this watery possible grave, but goes for a scythe attack towards Aark as you're stood next to the side of this drain cover. Does a 17 hit you, Aark?
Yeah, hits.
Hits. You got a 15 plus 2. I know your new AC is 15 now. Meets it, beats it. So here we go. 9 points of necrotic damage as this scythe slashes through your body.
How are you looking, buddy? I know we had that fall as well, didn't we?
Yeah, not very good. Can the Mind Shadow make me a dex save, please?
It absolutely can.
Oh.
Got a 13.
Uh-oh. That Mind Shadow is gonna... Fuck it, I'm gonna channel Divinity.
Nice!
So he's gonna take maximum thunder damage.
Yes!
Yes.
What is it? It takes 16 thunder damage.
16
of that.
thunder damage. 16 thunder damage to this Mind Shadow. Okay. Lovely. That's the end of the Mind Shadow's go. Aark, it's now your turn.
Cool, I'm gonna try and pull this this thing off.
Okay, athletics check. You're going to try and pull us off.
Yeah, pull us
Nice.
off. Pull this off, no.
Yeah,
Give it
pull
a
this
tug.
off. Give it a tug.
Oh, 14 again.
14 doesn't move it. You get your hands around it, but it just does not budge. You are clambering and trying to pull this drain cover off. The water's still draining all around you. It's not, if you looked from the top of the pool, it's probably at like 25 feet rather than 30 feet. So you've taken 5 feet of water out of this pool, but nothing more. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Ooh. No, I can't do anything.
Okay, Zakaiya, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and get it off. She says.
Well, hey, try and get us all off. Here we go.
Wow!
Let's all try and get off this episode, guys. Let's go.
Yep, come on.
Athletics check, please.
Okay. Athletics. Oh, fuck's sake. 14.
14 doesn't do it, unfortunately. You, again, get your hands round, try and pull this drain cover off. It doesn't move any more than you've moved it before.
Oh my god, the franticness of this is horrible. I hate it. Oh, I love it, but I hate it. Okay.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word on Aark.
Thank you.
So,
Zach.
just because I feel like Titus is going to come for us in a minute. So, right. So, a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 your spellcasting ability modifier. Obviously, I can only cast it at first level if it's a bonus action. So, 1d4 your spellcasting ability modifier.
You're gonna hate me.
Oh no! What?
It's Healing Word. It's vocal.
Oh.
So you have the components
Yeah.
of your
No,
spell.
you're right. You're right. You know what? You are right.
You can't cast
I
it.
can't say it underwater, can I? Fudge.
Okay.
Sorry, Aark.
Did we get any healing potions? I don't know if
We did. We got loads from Erican.
But we
We emptied his mini fridge.
did, but I think we necked them all.
Yeah, you didn't get any before you left.
What is
you'd used
wrong
them
with
all up.
us?
You used them all up. He had this like wealth of health potions and mini fridge, and you do think, yeah, we'll grab some for the road.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Zakaiya, you cannot cast Healing Word. Was that meant to be a bonus action?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I can only cast it
fine.
as a bonus action at first level.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, then. I haven't used any movement. So could I? To be fair, it's not much point, is there? I was thinking, could I try and disengage from Titus just so that I'm like out of the way? But that's an action, isn't it? Nope. Okay. All right. It's all over. Thank you for coming to my TED talk.
It's the end of Zakaiya's go. No. Titus, it is now your go. Titus, I need you to roll me a d4, please. Odds, you go for Aark. Evens, you go for Zakaiya.
Okay. Good
Odds, you kill Aark. Evens, go for Zakaiya.
Nat 1, baby.
Nat 1. Okay. Odds. You are going for Aark. Titus, you have absolutely no choice in this, but you see red. You see Aark as a threat, as someone who wants to take the tag team GWF belt from you.
Oh, no.
Someone who wants to kill your uncle, your mother, everybody in your family. That's what you see through these mind shadow eyes.
Someone who claimed that they were stronger than me. Yeah, someone like that.
Titus, what is your strength modifier?
+4.
+4, okay. So, Titus, if you get an 11, you will hit Aark. If you get an 11 or above, you will hit Aark. So you want to get a 10 or lower not to hit him.
If it makes you feel better, Titus, you are blessed by me still. I did not drop my bless,
Okay.
so you can add a d4 to your attack
So
for me.
I've never wanted a Nat 1 more.
So you will be... So this is rolling to hit. So you roll a d20. You'll plus your strength modifier like you normally do. But because you're also blessed, you'll have to add on a 4 on top of that automatically.
So I need a 7 or less, basically.
Yeah.
No, I need a 6 or less.
You need a 6 or less not to hit Aark.
Oh my god.
Roll like, yeah, rolling. For the year for Amy. Here we go.
Yep, please. Tell me you got a 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Mallett may not be looking good for the year, but she is absolutely psychic. A 5, baby!
Thank God.
Oh, Aark lives.
Thank God.
Aark
Aark
lives.
lives to see another
Oh
day.
my god.
Oh, I was sweating. So,
How do you call that one?
I think you
Where are
could
your cameras
tell.
in my house?
I think you could tell how bad that was for me because I physically couldn't even look at the screen. Like I was just like, no. Oh, that's great.
I would have
Okay.
felt a bit bad considering the whole, health potion thing last time with the,
Titus, even though you see Aark as the worst enemy you've ever met on the battlefield, swing and a miss. Either with disadvantage, swing and a miss.
God.
Titus, it's the end of your go now, so you can roll an intelligence saving throw to see if you come out of this enchantment that you're under.
8.
Okay, you are still under the Mind Shadows spell. We go back to the top of the round now, to the Mind Shadows go. And the Mind Shadow looks towards Zakaiya and looks deep into your soul, Zakaiya, through your eyes. Has its eyes completely locked with you. You feel like your brains are melding together. The Mind Shadow looks deep into your eyes and says, "Why are you here? It's much better up there." And casts command and tells you to surface. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
You've got wisdom.
21.
Yeah!
Oh!
No. I ain't gonna surface.
That's exactly what you say to this Mind Shadow, and it's perplexed. It's absolutely perplexed that you just won't move in this time as it casts command on you. That's the end of its turn. Aark, we go back to you again.
Yeah, little bitch.
I am gonna give Zach the help action.
Yeah, come on, we can do this. We can do this, buddy.
Come on.
Zakaiya, what are you doing?
Athletics check to lift that drain.
Okay, roll twice. Rolling with advantage. Here we go.
Okay, the first one was 10. That's not ideal. And the second one was 6. So, yep, the help action,
Okay.
as well-meaning as it was, really didn't do anything.
Okay.
No. Oh well, at least I got a good wisdom throw.
Zakaiya, you and Aark both pull on this drain together, and it just doesn't budge. Nothing happens. You look to the top of the surface of the water, and you see that maybe 10 foot of this 30-foot pool is now emptied. You know that if you want to get this water to drain quicker, you need to pull the whole thing off. But in this moment, you do not succeed. You
Okay.
both turn towards Titus. And Titus, you look at both of them and you decide who you're going to attack next. Roll me a d4, please. Odds are Aark, evens are Zach.
2. So Zach.
Same as before, so you just rolled a 2.
6 or below, please.
6 or below.
19. Sorry.
A 19 to hit Zach.
Yeah, I mean, that hits, doesn't it? Let's be
That
honest.
hits.
That's going to hit anyone.
Yeah. Zakaiya, roll your... Titus, roll your damage against Zakaiya.
What am I attacking her with here?
Your sword.
Oh,
A great
thanks.
sword,
Cheers. I was hoping
Yeah,
you'd just say,
great
like, your
sword.
fist. A tickle. Give me a tickle.
I never roll that good when I'm 13 damage.
13.
God. Titus, why?
Can we get a HP check? Aark, what are you on?
8.
Titus, what are you on?
20, I'm fine.
Okay. And Zakaiya, what are you on?
3. Yeah.
Sorry.
And you can imagine how devastating this is. Like, my brother has just, like, literally come for me and attacked me, run me through with a sword. There's blood all in the water. It's dark. We can't get this bloody drain open. My hands have gone wrinkly. I've been in here so long. So I'm having a
Titus.
terrible time of it, boys.
Titus, you swing your greatsword into the abdomen of your stepsister, and you see it slash across her body. You see the blood start to eke out of her abdomen and into the water, making the already dirty, unseeable through water, like, just... This is terrible. Titus, that's the end of your go. It's now another legendary action from the Mind Shadow.
The last one was peachy, wasn't it?
The Mind Shadow looks towards you, Aark, and raises its corporeal fist towards you and casts Hold Person. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Aark, you're wise. You're bloody wise as hell.
You're a very wise
not
man.
that wise.
Very wise.
You're a very, very wise man.
So,
You're Rachel Wise and the mummy. That's who you are. You're that wise.
so I got a 9 on the die, 18.
You save.
Ooh.
You save. This Mind Shadow holds its hand and fist up towards you, tries to envelop you with necrotic smoke and paralyze your body where you stand, but it all dissipates around you, just does not touch you, can't get into your psyche, cannot paralyze you where you stand. It's the end of the Mind Shadow's go. Aark, it's your go again.
I just don't know if I should do something different because I'm not strong at all.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's an athletics check. It's almost like if we were just using our actual strengths. But, I mean, I suppose that derives from strength stat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You said there's a mechanism to it.
Yeah, from your investigation earlier, there looked like there was a mechanism to it, but the fact that you've ripped half of it off already means that the mechanism no longer works.
It's failed, yeah. Yeah, of course it has.
So the Mind Shadow, where's the Mind Shadow?
The Mind Shadow is... so you and Zakaiya are at the drain. Titus is just kind of like 5 feet to the right of all of you, and the Mind Shadow is... It just looks like a corporeal face, but above you, maybe 10 or 15 feet, right in the middle of this pool.
Just looking at my equipment, seeing what I got. See if I've got like a crowbar or something. I haven't.
This, ladies and gents, this is when you get into the like desperation stages, when you're not using attacks or spells anymore. You're just looking through your equipment to see if there's anything that can save you.
Anything.
Putting you guys underwater was genius in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, especially for the bloody healing word thing. That was really what got me.
Yeah.
This is a really cool like mechanic for a level, actually. I love this.
Could I use my sword as leverage?
If you wanted to use your sword as leverage, that would give you advantage.
Okay. You're more than welcome to punish me for this. So if you want to say if I roll badly with it, I broke my sword. You can say that if you want.
Right, it's not.
Don't you worry.
It's not Breath. It's not Breath of the Wild, guys.
If you double nat 1 this, you would no longer have a sword.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, strength. Here we go. Just a flat roll. First roll's a 7. Second roll's a 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had last time. Just no go. No go.
Aark, you jam your sword into this grate, and you pull on it, and you pull on it, and nothing happens. You are not budging this drain any more than you thought you could initially. Zakaiya, it's now your go.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have a sword sticking out of a drain.
I'll give it a whirl. So I've got advantage, right?
You've got advantage. If Aark,
Aark, I'm
the
sorry
sword is still there.
If I fuck with your sword up. I'm so sorry. Right, okay. So 2 athletics goes, yeah?
Yep. 2 athletics checks, please.
Right, the first one was an 8. Crying out loud. This is unprecedented, isn't it? At some point, normally, 11. Someone's done it at this point.
Okay, Zakaiya, again, you desperately pull on this sword to try and lift this drain up. Zakaiya, you look above your head and you see now that the water is 15 feet below the surface of the pool. So you have drained half of the water out of this pool.
That's useful. Can I, as a bonus action, can I move up to the top of the water?
You can use your movement to shoot up to the top of the water if you so wish. Titus will get an opportunity attack on you.
Good. That's a very good point. Of course he will. Of course he bloody will.
And so would the Mind Shadow, actually.
Yeah, it would.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought as well. I was thinking, can I get to the surface? But there's a bloody Mind Shadow there, and
it's because of the healing word thing that's really got me. The healing word thing is such a technicality that I was not ready for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to risk death then. I will stay down there near the drain.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Can you wild shape?
I could, but then my health would be worse, wouldn't it? I would have thought. Normally it is.
How much health have you got?
3.
You would have a buffer, wouldn't you?
I suppose I would have, yeah.
So if you roll is it like a D4 or something? If you rolled like a 2, you would have double your health right now.
As an action, let me look at it. As an action, you can magically assume the shape of a beast you've seen before, twice per short rest. You can stay in beast shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form, or as a bonus action, earlier if you fall unconscious, drop to 0 hit points or die. Doesn't actually tell me about how I calculate my health.
That's okay, Zakaiya. If you wanted to choose an animal of some kind, I will let you know what you would need to roll for your health to be.
Is there a strong, low-level aquatic animal
that I've seen before? My first thought when I said you've seen him before, I thought Squiddy.
You know he's not low level.
No,
you know
I
he's
am
the
become
big bad
Squiddy,
of the whole campaign.
destroyer of drains. Yeah, I will probably become.
No reason you couldn't turn into an octopus or a squid, though.
And they are bloody strong. They are freakishly strong. All right, I'm gonna become an octopus. That's what I'm gonna be. Based on Squiddy, because I have seen that before.
Zakaiya.
Yep.
You are wild shaping into an octopus, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay. Zakaiya, roll me a d8.
7.
That is your hit points as an octopus.
Okay, well, there you go. Nice one, Jamie. That is a good... I didn't think about that as a workaround, but there we go.
We see Zakaiya, when you're above the water, we see you kind of Superman turn and twist and animorph into an animal. Under the water, it's much the same, but there are much more bubbles cascading all around you in this whirl. We see this octopus just appear with white dreadlocks off of its head and 8 tentacles and 1 prosthetic tentacle.
1 prosthetic tentacle.
Orange in colour in respect to our friend Squiddy.
I think canonically that makes sense because that's the one that Zach would have seen. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, Zakaiya, you've wild shaped into an octopus.
Mm-hmm.
That was your bonus action, wasn't it? And the last thing on your go.
Yeah.
Titus, it's you again. Roll me a d4.
Is there some kind of technicality where Titus won't attack Squiddy? He won't attack an orange octopus. He's like, oh, I can't. There's something blocking it. So sweet.
3.
Oh.
3. So we're going after Aark now.
Cool.
Oh.
Titus, roll to hit.
That's an 11 plus 8, 19.
Okay. Roll your damage.
What's your HP, Jamie?
I've got 8.
Oh, no.
What's your HP, Jamie?
8.
That's 7 damage.
Oh my god!
I got a 2 and a 1, and then I have a plus 4.
My
God. Okay.
Oh, do I?
Oh, yeah,
isn't
actually,
it?
I forgot about this.
My go's next, isn't it?
It's it is, but it's the Mind Shadow first.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it then. If it was my go next, I would have 100% did it.
You're going to fuck him up?
Yeah. No, I'm not going
You would
to.
have rebuked or something like that. Okay. Titus, you slash into this wet bird man who is by a drain in a man-made pool. Yeah, Aark, you start to spill blood as well, and it starts to fill the entire man-made pool, which actually you are both bleeding so much within this pool and obscuring the Mind Shadow's vision that he can no longer see exactly where you all are. There is so much
Yes, so I've helped, really.
commotion and
helped.
chaos
Oh, my God.
going on at the bottom of this pool. There's blood floating to the top. This Mind Shadow can no longer pinpoint exactly where you all are because of the chaos that you're causing at the bottom. There's blood, there's sedimentary rock, there's algae, it's everywhere. And it's this Mind Shadow's go next.
Titus didn't get the save.
Oh, Titus didn't get to save. Good idea. Titus, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, yes.
And you bless as well, please.
Thank you.
What's my bless? It's D4.
D4, yeah. Oh, actually,
intelligent?
hold on. Actually, let me roll because you hit me quite hard. Yeah, that's fine. You're still blessed.
Right, so this is the time when I need to roll a high number, and I've been rolling high numbers when I need to roll low numbers. I wonder what's going to happen now.
I'll tell you what. You need to beat a 12, Titus. You need to beat a 12 intelligence saving throw to come out of this.
Does a nat 1 beat it?
I feel like Nat 1 means Titus is on their side now forever. That's it, he's gone.
Team Mind Shadow forever, baby!
The Mind Shadows understand me. They get my puns.
A nat 1 on an intelligence saving throw.
How at?
Means that you start swinging your sword wildly
Oh, fuck.
because you think that everybody coming towards you, it just wants to kill you and just wants to take your life away.
Got a lot of enemies, yeah.
I'm going to roll a d20 luck check now. Odds, you hit someone. Evens, you don't.
Come on. At 20, baby.
Well, you got an 18, so that's even.
Hey!
Hey,
So
nice
you
one.
don't hit anyone. You swing your sword wildly with this failed intelligence saving throw. You think everything is out to get you, and you miss.
Almost like I've cut people enough so that the Mind Shadow can't see anyone, but now, I've just so happened to be missing people. I think we all know whose side I'm really on, guys.
He's done us real solid.
Okay. We now go to the Mind Shadows go.
Oh, for
And
fuck's sake.
the Mind Shadow, for all its flurrying around and necrotic smoke, you see everything of its like smoky tendrils that it has kind of withdraws and moves into itself. And you see, much like you did in the Chalet Nightmare, where the Mind Shadow got significantly bigger and larger, buffing itself for a larger attack. You recognize that this Mind Shadow in this moment is doing that and foregoing its turn to buff itself even larger. Aark, that is your turn.
Cool. My sword still stuck in there.
It is.
What's the water level like now as well? Surely we're nearly 10 feet. I think we were 15 a round ago.
We were 15. Zakaiya, after your go, it will be 10.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Right, I'm going to have to do it.
What are you doing?
Strength check.
Okay.
Come on.
First roll was a 2.
Okay.
Second roll was a 16.
16 should be enough, surely. I think I got a 15 once and did it.
Aark. You see everything.
I've got 1 HP. I've got 1 HP.
Aark, you see all the blood around you, all the chaos. You see Titus swinging wildly into people who minutes ago were his best friends. You see this Mind Shadow looming, growing larger in this water space, in this man-made space. You see all the dust and detritus being kicked off the bottom of this man-made pool. And you grab your sword, wedged into this drainage hole. And you heave on it, the hardest you've ever heaved on anything, a lever, a sword. With your 1 HP left, struggling to pull, you lift the drain cover completely off. As soon as you do, all this water starts draining at a rapid rate. You start circling this drain with Titus, with Zakaiya all around. You're being pulled and swirled in this whirlpool. You see the Mind Shadow realize that you've got the drain cover off, and as takes an opportunity attack against you. Aark.
Bring it on.
Oh.
Your AC is 15.
Yeah. Also, really sorry, Amy, because I've made you turn into an octopus, and I've just got rid of all the water. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I was really looking forward to having a go with like 7 tentacles. Because I thought like I could have really done something then, and then the octopus would have gone down in history as being OP. But you know what? I'm just so glad we've got the bugger open. Don't you worry.
It's just a little too late. A little too... Here we go. As the whirlpool cascades you all into this drain, you see Titus. You are pulled into this drain first. Zakaiya in octopus form follows swiftly. Aark, you are the last one to circle the drain and drop through. And as you do, you see this necrotic scythe slash through your head, and you go unconscious. You are all pulled through this drain, not knowing that Aark has been knocked out unconscious. It feels like you're going down a water slide, like you are falling and bumping and moving. You're not taking any falling damage because you are just moving, but you slosh and turn and flip and fall, and you break through a drain like a grate into another room in this mountainous cavern and hit the floor. Aark, you immediately take 1 failed death save from hitting this floor. We are still in initiative order. Zakaiya, that's your go. You are no longer in water.
Okay, so I can use Healing Word on Aark now. Okay, cool. I will use Healing Word. So, a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 your spellcasting ability. I actually haven't cast anything besides, I only used my crossbow during that, and most of it was just trying to lift the bloody grate. So I actually might cast it at 2nd level. 1d4 your spellcasting ability. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the healing increases by 1d4 for each slot above 1. So it's basically 1d4 twice, isn't it? Nice. That was 6 HP you regain, Aark.
Thank you so much.
6 HP to Aark. Zakaiya, as soon as you guys land in a heap on each other.
Second time today.
Aark, Aark fails a death save. You cast Healing Word on Aark and revive him. All covered in water, covered in blood, and covered in like sedimentary rock. But everything's gone quiet. You don't hear or see the mind shadow. You don't hear the whispers in your head anymore. And the running of water, which is still running through this draining unit, but is cascading behind you. And you look around where you are, and you see a dimly lit room that looks like it was carved out of the cave itself, like all the other rooms that you've been in. And you see circuit boards that line the walls with only soft, light-emitting diodes that blink green in syncopated rhythms, like an irregular heartbeat. You see a large computer console that takes up the whole wall to your left, with various projections of the solar system and the capital cities of the planets of Parlay, also with a 24-hour news feed being played on a much smaller monitor. Towards the middle of the room, a single desk lit by an engineer's lamp flickers next to the silhouette of a humanoid tinkering away. You see the silhouette move ever so slightly to turn its attention towards you, and you hear it speak in your direction. And it says, "Ah, yes, finally, you're here." As the words of this silhouette reverberate throughout the room, you hear a light flapping of a bird's wings pass over your heads, and you see a single multicolored feather float down past the peripherals of your eyes as it gently lands on the floor. You see the small bird perch itself gently on the froth pump of a coffee machine. And you see an olive-skinned gentleman with grey fish tail hair turn to you and say, "It's so wonderful to see you all again. Lintu here was rather fond of you, Zakaiya." And that's where we end our session.
Was he? Do you think he was Moto Hirokoshi all along?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's crazy. That's mad. I've forgotten. The worst thing is I remembered Lintu, the bird, but I've forgotten the name of the guy.
Well, I think we could all gather from that his name is definitely not Kuda.
It's definitely not Kuda. Jesus.
Thank you so much to my players, Jamie, Amy, and Adam, for coming through and playing another episode of Dice with Death. That was super bum twitchy. I thought there was going to be some deaths there.
Me too.
I need a cigarette, I think.
You don't even smoke.
Turns out underwater combat really, really stops anybody from casting any spells whatsoever. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you love this show just as much as we do, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Dice Death Pod. Haven't said that for a while, but as long as I get it right this time, Jamie's happy. That's all good. Jamie, what are the websites that people can go to if they want to see any blogs that we've put up or see more about this podcast?
Yeah, if you go to dicewithdeath.co.uk, you'll see the website. Couple of shout outs though. Our next No Dice episode is going to be kind of a look back at the year. So we're asking people, if you follow us on like social media, just to record a really quick message to us about your favourite moments so far. We've had loads and they're really, really nice to hear. So if you want to join in, record your message and we'll use them for our kind of 1 year on episode.
Yeah.
and-
It's coming up close, isn't it? When's it? The end of January?
End of Jan.
End of
Is it?
Jan. A year of this podcast.
Can I do a personal one as well?
Oh, yeah, of course you can.
My wife, Shell, who you all know as the kind of
Bright.
yeah. I was going to say the horny one, but that's probably not.
No, she's...
She is too.
No,
she is too.
she's the horny one from the Halloween episode. Yeah, absolutely.
She started her own podcast with a mate, Sparky. It's called A Dopamine Kick, and it's about kind of like positivity and mindfulness. So if you're into that stuff, you want to give a listen to something like that, please do. Give her a nice review. But yeah, if she gets more listeners than us, I'm going to cry.
It will probably happen.
It
So
will,
we'll ever cry together. We'll all ever cry together. It'll be fine. No, I've listened to all the 4 episodes that are out of A Dopamine Kick so far, and they're honestly really good. Shell's great. Sparky's great.
Amazing. I'm going to go binge that. I'm going to binge that right now. Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'll put that on
great
while I'm
plug.
making tea.
If once you've gone and listened to The Dopamine Kick, you think, I'll come back for some more Dice with Death, you can subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. So go and do that and leave us a 5-star review, because it really, really, really does help us out. Happy New Year, everyone. If anybody wants to find Jamie on social media, where can they find you?
Jamu1987 on Twitter.
And if anybody wants to find Amy Mallett on the social media, where can they find you?
Thank you for using the French. On Twitter at Amy_Mallett. 2 L's, 2 T's.
And Adam, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on all social medias at Adam Wilbourn, and let me know, rolling a D20, what you got for your 2022 prediction. I'm fascinated. I love this game.
Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, there's only one time you can do it. It's the start of the year. I feel like maybe we should do it at the start of the episode just to see how our episodes are going to go. But yeah, roll more dice in 2022, please, everybody.
Please do.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you all on the next episode of Dice with Death. Say bye, guys.
Bye.